Hey everyone, and welcome to the Mr. Alternative Crypto Network. You'll see the headline, is it the Bitcoin winter, or are we about to get out of the crypto winter? So here's some of my thoughts. I've been away on holiday for the last 3 weeks, if you haven't been aware of that. So I haven't done many posts or any YouTube videos over the last few weeks. I've been in the snow, as you can see through my beanie. I've went shooting, got a few beavers and put one on my head. But no, I haven't actually. But thought I'd give you a bit of an update of what's going on in the markets today. The reason why I haven't done many posts in terms of purchasing anything is primarily because there's some really full-on data coming out over the next few days that will really influence whether the markets will go up or down. And therefore, when we don't know what the data is going to be, there's no point of guessing or trying to anticipate what's going to happen. I'd rather just wait to see what the data is, and then we make a decision whether we go and buy something or we short something. So what is that data that we're waiting on? Well, over the last week, you would have seen that the whole crypto market was pumping. Bitcoin got up to 24,000, just over 24,000. The last week it sort of retraced a little. It's come currently back to just over 21,000. No real reason why, apart from the markets are all getting a bit scared, even the stock market, etc., over whether the interest rates will be raised again. And that's not a question of whether they will be raised, because they will, but how much they'll be raised. So to give you an idea, over the last 3-4 months, they've been raising interest rates around the world quite dramatically. In America in particular, 0.75 of a basis point pretty much every month. And that's what's anticipated this month. So the reason why the markets get spooked prior to it, because if it is 0.75%, well, that's in line with expectations. But if it's higher, the markets really sell off and they go down. So it's not a good time to be buying or speculating in any market, whether it's shares or anything, prior to those announcements. The expectation is 0.75%, and if it is that, you would expect the markets to be fairly stable or go up a little. If the interest rates go up higher than that, you would expect the markets to not crash, but take a bit of a whack. You could expect at least 5-6% of a decline. If the interest rates are raised only, say, 0.5%, not 0.75%, then you'd expect the markets to go up dramatically. So what am I thinking? I'm thinking they'll be in line with expectations, 0.75%, and therefore I would think that Bitcoin in particular, because everything sort of goes by the Bitcoin price, will probably start going back up towards that $24,000 mark again. So I'll show you a bit of a market update today. So we'll go through to coin market cap as I do. Where are we? Coin market cap. So you'll see in here, as I said, Bitcoin's just over 21,000. If I click on Bitcoin just under a week ago, it got up to 24,000. It slowly retraced back a little, but that's in line with the NASDAQ and Dow Jones, etc. Currently, you can see it got down just below 21,000, and it's just gone up a little as well. So the other reason why it's not a good time to buy until we get some more data is basically there's a lot of announcements coming out from the share market in America. So the tech stocks, so NASDAQ, there's a lot of major companies, world's largest companies, etc., in there. So, for example, Apple, they have their reporting season, so their earnings, Google, Yahoo, Amazon, and depending on what their earnings are, that will influence the market. So if Google has a shocker and their earnings are bad, we'll expect the NASDAQ to go down, and then any what you classify as risk assets will be influenced by what the NASDAQ does. So, if I see Google going down and Apple going down, that means their earnings are going down. And then the expectations for the next quarter is that the earnings will be going down, and that will mean the stock market's going down, and therefore crypto will be very subdued or going down. So I'll be waiting for some of that data to come through before making many decisions. But as I said, we'll just follow through with the prices. So I'll share that screen again. Bitcoin 21,000, Ethereum 1425. That got up to over a week ago around that 1600 mark. No real movers in here, guys. They're all fairly subdued. People just don't know what's going to happen. Ethereum Classic's gone up quite a lot. Monero's gone up a bit. But really, look, there's nothing in there to sort of take note of. If I go to explore top gainers, Terra Classic, that's gone up quite a bit. Top losers, nothing in there to really take note of, guys. So the plan that I'm taking is that we're going to wait for that announcement, which will be sometime tomorrow, from the Fed. So Powell will be announcing whether they'll be raising interest rates and how much. Straight after that announcement, they'll be having interviews. So the news press will be asking questions. That's the time. So it's not just when they announce that they're raising interest rates, because they will. It's the questions and how they answer them. Because what happens is they'll be asking questions like, what's the anticipation for the future quarters? So they'll be asking questions like, do you think interest rates will be continuing to go up over the next quarter or 2 quarters? And his answers and replies to those questions is what determines the market. So it's the sentiment. If he's bullish and it sounds like they're going to continue to raise interest rates quite high, him being bullish is basically dovish. So if the interest rates continue to go up quite a lot, that will mean that the markets will probably go down. But then if he admits that the markets aren't all that great, that there's no reason to keep raising interest rates, that inflation's coming down, then you would expect the markets to absolutely go nuts. They'll boom, because that will basically mean the end of the interest rate hikes and even maybe future interest rate cuts, which will mean more money in the economy. So let's wait for tomorrow. I would say sometime tomorrow I'll be doing some posts on whether we look at adding to our portfolio in that $1,000 to $10,000 challenge. So keep an eye on that, guys. If you're not part of that group, hit me up on Facebook. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel for daily updates. But yeah, if you're not a part of that group, hit me up and I'll add you to it. And I constantly do posts in there on doing shorts or longs or strategies, how to make that $1,000 into $10,000. But until tomorrow, have fun.